So yesterday, Greg Terry texted me and said, "Hey, we got to talk." I was like, "Oh, what happened?" Wasn't anything bad. It was actually some really good news. He shared it last night on the Greg Terry Experience, and well, you're going to watch that right now. So let's hear what he has to say.
You as we're proving. Now, I want to get to the news and then I'll flip back to Jania and Dick. Guys, are you ready for this? I mean, this is, please share this video tonight because this is your goodness. First of all, we today officially reached the goal of 260,000, but we actually reached $262,581.24 goal, as they would say in the soccer game. So the goal was 200, then it went to 260. Now 262, 581.24 has come in. I will tell you more about that in a moment.
And I've heard Greg a number of times talk about this or that, and I can tell from his tone where he is. I was worried something was wrong, but he was happy as I've ever heard him as we were talking. I mean, we did just pass this goal, and this is pretty amazing. So he said, "Hey, can you, since you can't be there, can you send us a little video?" So I did, and we're going to see part of that incorporated with his PowerPoint about just breaking everything out.
So we have accomplished the goal. Here is a video clip from Prof. Gerdes.
Oh, I just got off the phone with Greg. He told me that we just passed 260,000, which is it's mind blowing to me. Thank you so much for your support for Ukraine. When we started back at Christmas, I guess in our minds we thought maybe we can raise a few $1,000s before Greg goes back to Ukraine. And now we're north of $400,000 between the Christmas to January campaign and then this campaign for the 4 armored vehicles. So anybody who still gives, I understand, will turn into tourniquets and gauze and stuffing those vehicles full of medical aid. But we've hit the goal. We've surpassed the goal. In fact, the goal was only 200,000 when we started, and we've ramped it up to 260 because the money kept going. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.
So, guys, there you have it. That's the message from Prof. Gerdes. And it was really his idea that began this on Christmas Eve. And he messaged me and he says, let's do something special, raise a little money. You're heading back to Ukraine. To be honest, guys, if you want to know the truth, since December the 25th, we've raised over $400,000 in aid, almost half of.
And that's pretty staggering when you think about it. But it's because we, as various communities, all the viewers in these various communities, you and I, we've all worked together corporately trying to push on this kind of project, and we couldn't have done it without you. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, the audience, and I wouldn't have even tried it without Greg because he was actually doing this. I put links to Samaritan's Purse and United 24 dutifully in from every episode, Samaritan's Purse. And then after that, I added United 24 and was like, I hope somebody gives. But when I found Greg, I was like, wow, he's doing this. He's on the ground. He's like, and let's get going. And we got going. And this is awesome.
$1 million.
Those are real numbers, man. It's impressive.
It's serious.
Yeah.
But it's to all you people. Thank you.
The biggest thank yous.
Oh my gosh. All right, now.
Greg, I got an idea.
By the way, this is Zhenya, his partner in Ukraine, who does all the organizational stuff on the ground, and that's what he does. And then this is Dick Dawson from the Shills, who has been awesome in having Greg on and raising money on his program and ATP Geopolitics. He's talked with Mercado Media. Wow. I mean, this is a cooperative effort, and we can't forget that we're all part of this.
Yeah.
Go.
You're just a little bit over the 260. You can probably afford to put some sunflower seeds in the glove boxes so they can make use of all the fertilizer they come
Well,
across in
you
their
are
travels.
getting to where we're going next, and you stealing my thunder as always, Nick. So watch this, guys. I'm going to break it down for you even more. And here is Gerdes' statement: cooperate to graduate, as you saw him in his classroom there with his PowerPoint behind him. That was fantastic.
And that's right. This is a team sport. We have to work together. And anybody thinking they can do it alone is nuts.
Fantastic. So I'm going to give these stats, and then we're coming back to our guys, and that's where we're leaving it tonight. I don't want to talk about anything else. Nothing. This is where we're at tonight. Tomorrow night, back with the news, back with the updates. But are you ready for this? This is mind-boggling. $262,581.24. Goal accomplished plus. Now, goal set. There's Pete to purchase 3 armored medevac vehicles for saving lives on the front lines in Ukraine. That goal was established, and let me break this down for you guys. This is where it gets even more impressive. That goal was, our initial meeting on that was March the 4th. And on March the 11th, we began this project. I want everybody to look at your phone, look at your watch, look at your wall calendar, look at your computer. Folks, on March the 11th, we began this project. It is April the 18th. We wanted to accomplish it by June. It is April the 18th. March 11th, 2024, initiated by 2 donors with a big idea.
Okay, hold on a second. I want to talk about this. The 2 donors. Now, there are 2 specific donors that were spurring this on, and they wanted to, one wanted to do the vehicles, another came alongside with extra money and pushed this to the point where we're like, yeah, we can see, like, I don't think we would have had the vision to do this without them. And I want to say a big thank you to the 2 of you. You know who you are. I don't know that they want the publicity or the accolades. They're just great, humble people who care about Ukraine. But these 2 guys got this thing jump started, and then we were off to the races in no time flat. And again, I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for Greg, but I don't think we would have had the. It seemed like too large of a goal to shoot for $200,000, but that gave us the motivation to keep going. Look, we're already starting and we're getting some momentum, and then it just took off like a rocket. And thank you so much. I can't say enough to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say enough to everybody who's given, but these 2 guys, wow, just got it rolling, and it was significant.
Funds for the vehicles on March the 11th, 2024. Late March 2024, Zhenya and I find ourselves down south on the front lines, and due to a dire need in southern Ukraine, we increased the goal to $260,000 and added a 4th armored vehicle. This afternoon, I was given the message, goal accomplished, April 18th, 2024, $262,581.24. Guys, listen to me closely. We've accomplished more in 39 days than the United States government has accomplished. Give yourself a round of applause.
So you do deserve that round of applause if you had anything to do with this. Yes, and the government's just been painful to watch.
It is unbelievable. Now, let's break it down a little bit. And there's Texas, one of our buddies. 39 days of work. If you take the total, we have raised $6,733.85 per 24-hour period. We have raised, as a global community, $280.58 per hour, every hour for the last 39 days.
That is pretty amazing. And just...
Now, let's go further. By the way, in addition to that, we also raised $5,000 for 100 new Motorola batteries to replace the soldiers' batteries that aren't that good.
That's
And
important.
we raised $6,500, and body armor will be delivered to Project Constantine when I'm there for
That too.
equipping their medics in the medevacs that will be delivered. By the way, as a side note, that brings us to a total over the last 39 days, $271,081.24. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One last slide. I'm going back to the guys. There's fish. Next steps. Trust the process. Right now, the deposit of basically $100,000 has been made. Done deal. And now export is in process, which takes 4 weeks approximately. At that moment, we will import the vehicles into Ukraine. That paperwork on Genia's side already done. At that point, we will do the internal modifications, meaning the latest drone jammers, the night vision, the double-sided winches, and the it's even better than run flat tires, guys. They're high tech over there.
And all that's already rolled into the total cost of this, so it's not adding any extra cost in this process.
And then the fourth, at that point, I will be in Ukraine, and you will watch everything. And then at that point, we will deliver them to the front, express delivery, free delivery, right to the front, full tank of gas, and turn the keys right over. Now, what about the excess? You may say, well, the project's 260, you're at 262. Great question. War does not stop, and we do not either. The next large project will only happen after the medevacs are delivered. You're going to see your donation handed off to the front, period. Now, donations are still coming in. They're coming in right now. What'll happen? We are going to currently fill the medevacs with the most important needs, 5 of them: tourniquets, Israeli bandages, hemostatic bandages, chest seals, trauma shears, and combat gauze. Additional donations coming in now will facilitate current aid runs to the front. Our team does not stop. In fact, Genia's on the road right now. So that's what we're doing. Not only are we going to deliver.
So if you watch this, you know that Greg and Genia they do these runs to the front together. Genia's doing this by himself in the middle of a war zone right now. And, I mean, wow, what you just saw was just amazing. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough to you all for stepping up and giving like you have. And you know, you're going to be saving lives. I don't know how to measure it, but lives will be saved because of what you've done. Thank you so much. Thank you for this time that you've spent with me. Thank you for the likes and the shares. Thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.